It's my great honor and privilege to be here with all of you today. And I know y'all have family and friends here, but this talk is for all of you, our learners. Teddy Roosevelt once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly." I don't know about all of you, but to me this pretty much sums up nursing school. None of us are exempt of failure. None of us have made it through life or nursing school without erring or the occasional coming up short. Some of you may remember back in first semester a lab when we, that's me included, could not figure out how to lift the mannequin with the Hoyer lift without it falling on the floor. After about 3 times of the mannequin plopping out onto the floor, we were all laughing so hysterically that I had to pick myself up off the floor. And it took a while to regain some composure and get focused again. So even though we failed, we persevered and we figured it out. And now none of us will forget how not to lift a mannequin with a Hoyer lift. What matters is that even though we failed at first, we dared to keep trying. It took courage for each of you to dare to go back to school, to put your lives on hold, to take a loan, and to put your heart and soul into this thing we call education. This is no ordinary education, though. This is a nursing education. An ordinary education does not include convincing innocent people to let you stick them while you're trying to learn how to start IVs. An ordinary education doesn't include driving countless hours to endless clinicals, labs, and sims. An ordinary education doesn't include preparing for the HESI and the NCLEX. It's no ordinary education because nurses are not ordinary. Ordinary people do not choose to change adult diapers and clean up vomit. They do not choose to work overnight hours and holidays and weekends just to make sure others are taken care of. Nurses choose to be caring and compassionate, to monitor vital signs and measure urine output, to sit and hold the hand of our patient who is scared before their surgery. Nurses choose to be an advocate, a teacher, a leader, and at times, even a therapist. So we all agree nurses are not ordinary. But what is it that makes a nurse extraordinary? To me, what makes a nurse extraordinary is being willing to dare greatly. Dare to keep trying even when you've failed. Dare to continue your education. Dare to stand up for your patients who can't stand for themselves. Dare to say stop when you see an unsafe practice. Dare to be the voice of civility in an uncivil workplace. So today my challenge to all of you is go and be extraordinary nurses and be willing to dare greatly. Thank you.